A new Spider-Man movie is on the horizon, already in production, and I am terrified. But I would be lying if I said I only expect disappointment. I don't trust Marvel or Disney, but a part of me is praying, hoping, pleading for this movie to be a game changer. And after 3 movies that felt more like an Avengers onboarding process than a true Spider-Man story, I can't help but wonder, is it too late? Or can Marvel deliver something memorable? Because for the first time ever, Peter Parker is alone, and that makes this next chapter very important. No more Avengers on speed dial, no more Stark Tech. Peter has to survive on his own, and I want to see that. I want a story that really shows this struggle. The loss of everyone who knew him has to be a catalyst for growth, and the movie has to reflect this. No more dumb mistakes. I want to see a more confident, seasoned Spider-Man, a true fighter with focus and drive, proving that he is worthy of the title of hero. I would love for the story to bring things back to street level action, enough with the aliens and Avenger level threats. We've been wanting a simpler, no-nonsense Spider-Man story for a while now. So let's say that as a way of coping with May's death, Peter has made it his mission to cleanse the city of criminals and bring the crime rate down. He is completely dedicated to being Spider-Man. Full tunnel vision, no space for relationships, it's too risky. Everyone close to him gets hurt, or worse. The only thing on his mind is to be the best Spider-Man he can be. He has to make May proud. There are a number of villains that could challenge Peter in ways we haven't seen on the big screen, and I'm not picky. I very much enjoyed the storyline from Marvel's Spider-Man, so I would vote for that direction. The pieces are already there, Marvel just has to make the right call. And on the same note, the visual effects. And I know, this won't change. Marvel is still making money, and they won't risk changing a formula that is working. However, I go back to begging and pleading for a movie that feels real. Enough with the plastic-looking ragdoll with no weight to it. Sam Raimi and Mark Webb managed to make Spider-Man's movement feel exciting, freeing, and unique to the version of the character. The rush, the complexity, the style. None of this has been explored with MCU Spidey. I want the goosebumps, the feeling of a vast city waiting to be discovered. So it's not impossible, just hire people who give it. It's not secret that Marvel movies have been looking worse over the years, and I'm sure that CGI being overused plays a big role. So something needs to change, take risks, bring back the creative minds who love to present something real to the audience, those who made us believe in Spider-Man. Bring back the practical filmmaking and stop hiding behind layers of rushed CG. It blows my mind how much these movies seem to have regressed in almost every aspect, when they should be improving where the older movies fell short. Sadly, this low standard could be explained by the audience they are targeting, an audience that doesn't need an actually good movie to keep happy. Regardless of the slop they get, they'll continue to watch these movies on release date. The new film is the perfect chance to give Peter identity, which includes the suit. I sure hope they do better than this. Peter has always been so connected to his suit. It's a part of him, and there's always been a focus on the making of the suit as a process that helps defining the character. And since this Peter has always been tied to Tony, this is a great chance to get him out of that mold and to make it his own, something classic but authentic, a suit that fits his new journey, maybe even a transitioning suit that conveys his growth through the movie.
That's a cute outfit. Did your husband give it to you?
We never saw MCU Peter start from scratch. His introduction was rushed and kind of insulting, and Homecoming didn't do him any favors. And now there's a door wide open to shape this Spider-Man in the right way, because we don't really know who he is, not yet. In one way or another, the story of Spider-Man has always been about using our gifts to do the right thing. And we follow the characters through this process, and that has been missing in the MCU version of Spider-Man. Process. There just wasn't any. And last but not least, there are 2 characters that could add so much to this movie if Marvel finds a way to introduce them. That would be Harry Osborn. If Peter is in complete isolation, Harry could be the one thing pulling him back from the edge. Their friendship has always been a mix of loyalty, rivalry, and tragedy, and seeing that dynamic play out would be a perfect way to deepen Peter's emotional journey. And then there's the Black Cat. If there's ever been a character who could shake things up for Peter the best way possible, it's her. Felicia Hardy is the perfect contrast to Peter's usual love interest. MJ and Gwen have represented his more grounded human side, but he's also had to keep them separate from his life as Spider-Man, and Felicia represents the part of him that thrives as Spider-Man. She is unpredictable and challenges Peter in ways that no one else does, and more importantly, she drives him crazy, in a good way. Imagine Peter, fully committed to being the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, trying to be responsible and as careful as possible. After all, he carries a huge responsibility. And then along comes Felicia, tempting him to bend the rules, to embrace the thrill of the job, to enjoy being Spider-Man again. It would create the kind of tension we haven't really seen in the MCU version of Peter, a push and a pull between his duty and his own personal desires. I just know that I want Zendaya's MJ and Ned gone. I cannot stand them. I don't remember disliking two characters so much in a very long time. Marvel has to take a step back and remember what made the characters in Spider-Man so compelling. His world has some of the best characters in comic book history, and it's a shame to waste their potential with terrible writing. Sure, in the past they had their cringy moments, but they had personalities. We cared for them and they made the stories better. Enough with the overly produced dialogue, the unnatural conversations and the terrible jokes. I just want normal interactions between people. I'm not really asking for much here, and it's crazy to think how impossible these wishes sound considering Marvel's latest work. However, dreaming never hurt anybody, and I like to go to bed with hope. In any case, we'll have to wait patiently, so let me know what you would like to see in the upcoming Spider-Man movie. Thanks for watching, consider subscribing if you liked the video, and leave a like. I'll see you on the next one.